Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're getting back in the groove of everything school related. Today we're going to work on chapter 6 of Where is the Amazon, and it is called Layers of a Rainforest. Over thousands of years, the tribes of the Amazon have learned to live in this unique place. The rainforest is a dense, lush environment. The climate is hot and humid. The average temperature is about 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature between seasons doesn't vary that much, but there is a big difference in temperature between night and day. The area also gets a lot of rainfall, over 80 inches a year. In many areas, it rains every day, and there's also a rainy season when it rains almost constantly. In the United States, Seattle, Washington is known as a rainy city, but it is dry compared to the Amazon. Seattle has rain about 150 days a year and gets about 37 inches of rain every year. Because of the tropical climate and the huge amount of rainfall, the Amazon is a perfect place for plants to grow. Trees tower overhead, vines twist and hang from the branches, and very little sunlight reaches the floor of the rainforest. Every rainforest, including the Amazon, is split into 4 different layers. Each layer has a special condition and is home to certain kinds of plants. So here is a diagram of the 4 different layers. There's Emergent, Canopy, Understory, and the forest floor. Rainforests of the world. There are 2 different kinds of rainforest, tropical and temperate. Both types get lots of rain and have lots of plant and animal species, and the trees are dense, tall, and very green. Tropical rainforests are warm and humid, while temperate rainforests are cool. Tropical forests cover large parts of South America, Africa, and Asia. Temperate rainforests are found in only a few places around the world, such as the Pacific Northwest in the United States. Of all the rainforests in the world, the Amazon is by far the largest. Here's a map that shows where all of the different rainforests are. The dark colored ones are tropical, and the light gray, and it's kind of hard to see, are the temperate. The emergent layer is the tallest layer in the rainforest. The trees in this layer can be 200 feet tall. That's as tall as a 20-story building, and have trunks more than 16 feet across. Sunlight and rain are plentiful in this top layer, but these trees have to endure strong winds. Butterflies, insects, birds, bats, and some small monkeys live in this layer. Most animals don't venture up this high because the branches are unsteady and it's a long way down to the forest floor. Here's a picture of how tall the trees can get. The next layer down is a canopy. The trees in this layer are around 100 to 150 feet tall. They form a natural roof over the 2 layers below. The plants and animals that live in the canopy are specially adapted for life in the trees. Dense leaves and branches make it hard to see in this layer of the rainforest, so some animals and birds rely on loud calls or songs to communicate with each other. And many canopy creatures such as toucans, bats, and spider monkeys fly, glide, or jump from tree to tree. Here's a picture of the canopy. See what different types of animals you can find in here. Very little was known about the canopy layer of the Amazon rainforest until the 1980s. Up until then, it had been too difficult and expensive to study. Today, scientists explore the canopy using construction cranes, balloon rafts, ski lift trams, and complex pulleys. This equipment allows them to easily make their way into this layer of the rainforest. The scientists are careful to make sure that the equipment does not cause damage to the trees or injure animals. Many epiphytic trees, or air plants, live in the canopy layer. These plants do not need to have their roots in soil. Instead, they absorb moisture and nutrients from the air. They depend on a host plant to provide support and a place to grow. As for animals, thousands of insect species live in the rainforest canopy. This layer is also home to animals such as the bright-billed toucan, the loud howler monkey, and the slow-moving sloth. So here's a construction worker or scientist. going up and down the tree. Some sloths stay in the same tree for years, and they move so slowly that tiny algae grows on their fur. The algae makes them look greenish-gray and helps camouflage them from predators. Beneath the canopy is the understory. It is dark and filled with vines, shrubs, and smaller trees. The trees in this layer rarely grow more than 15 feet tall. In some places, this layer is so dense it is impossible for people to get through. Only about 5% of the sunlight that reaches the canopy makes its way down to the understory. Therefore, the leaves in this layer are very large so that they can collect as much sunshine as possible. Well-camouflaged jaguars spend time in this layer since they can't climb much higher. It's also home to tree frogs, owls, snakes, and lots of insects. The forest floor is the bottom layer. Giant anteaters and many types of snakes and termites live here. Almost no sunlight reaches the forest floor. This makes the quality of the soil poor, and almost no plants grow in this layer. However, many types of fungus lives on the forest floor. The fungi help dead animals and plants decay. So does the climate. Here's a picture of a sloth, and here's a picture of a jaguar in a tree. A dead leaf that might take a year to decompose in a regular climate will disappear in 6 weeks on the forest floor. The rapid decay of old plants helps new, younger plants to grow quickly, keeping the rainforest lush and green. And then here is an anteater. So that is the end of chapter 6. Here are the key details for this one. In the rainforest, it is dense, lush environment, hot, humid climate, average temperature 79 degrees Fahrenheit, split into 4 layers. The first layer is the emergent layer. It's the tallest, with plenty of sun and rain, strong winds, and not many animals. The canopy layer has trees that reach 100 to 150 feet, with many insect and animal species, and they have air plants. The understory layer is dark and filled with vines. Trees reach about 15 feet, and there's about 5% sunlight. And then the last one is the forest floor, which has almost no sunlight, no plant growth, but there is many types of fungi, and there's a rapid decay rate. So that is the end of chapter 6. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.